forcing the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
All day, dog. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the car. Watch the car.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Following the interception, Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey on? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll run it right side with Cannon. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
He's moving. He's moving.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Watch twist.
Showing it. 36.
They'll run on first down with Cannon. And some room to run now. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. On first down, it's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Chris Herndon, 31 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the...
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Mike
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Hey, seam 6.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Hey, let's go.
A first down throw, Darnold. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Danielle Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Mike 54.
Now on 2nd and 16. Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Herndon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Now the try here for the extra point. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Jets 15, Vikings 14.
Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They run, Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Cousins open here, Adam Thielen. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now on the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's
The
go.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Danielle Hunter, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Check 55, Mike. Watch the curl, watch the curls. Mike 55, Mike 55.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
First down, here's Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 yards through the air and a first down. A first down throw for Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to Cannon again on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
That's it. That's it. Big hit. Here we go, son.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold, a screen to Bell. The 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
They'll run on first down. Cannon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. This is caught. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will shrink to 6. Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing, Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quentin Williams. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jets 22.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike, check 33. 33.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Hey, Ken.
I'm taking it.
Hey, wahoo.
Mike, check 33. 33.
Gun.
Get
Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there, Cousins to Thielen, and even 70 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Cousins to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Gun.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
57.
Bravo. Gun. Hey, we're good.
57. Who that? 57. Mike, 57. I'm scared.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Cousins now on 2nd down. That's going to be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
They go play action here on first down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
33. Check back.
Gun. Hey, check mark 33. Check mark 33.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Yeah.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, lady. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run. This is Cannon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Anthony Harris on the tackle. Looking to throw on second down. Darnold caught here by Griffin. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up third and 1.
On third down, here's Cannon. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now it's Darnold, and he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Brings up third down and 12.
Hey, Zoo.
Now Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Hey, box drop.
55 Mike, guys, 55. I got him. Mike, 55.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter.
It's red, lady. Check 99. Check 99. Hey, orbit.
To throw is Darnold. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are back within a single score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
51. 57.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch this.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Darnold got his man, Robbie Anderson, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Going deep now for Herndon. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Trash ass.